In this video, we're going to take a look at all the upcoming Olivia Rodrigo Edition sets to answer the age-old question. Can a 38-year-old LEGO YouTuber channel his inner preteen girl and get away with it? Yeah, that's not gonna haunt me forever. And with that, let me just get one thing out of the way off rip. I have nothing against Olivia Rodrigo. I do not change channels when her songs play on the radio. And I'm very happy for everybody supporting her that she's now got all of these new LEGO sets for her fans to enjoy. What I do have a massive problem with is this kind of double standard LEGO has created with basically the entirety of this new Editions line, right? They've basically created a precedent, if you will, with both the sets, looking at you, all printed F1 helmets, as well as the minifigs, not just for Olivia Rodrigo, but the 4 soccer players that received the Editions treatment as well. On the topic of that, hey FIFA. So I figured, why not go through all of the new Olivia Rodrigo sets? They're all coming out in August, and we are going to look at every single little detail, all the things that all the other themes have to fight so hard for, especially the ones that you're already paying an insane IP tax on. Nice initials, by the way, Olivia. I might have to steal that one tile for my future marks. Let's jump right in. And we'll start with the one thing that's least likely to increase my blood pressure. This is Olivia Rodrigo's Flower Bouquet. It comes in at 400 pieces and will cost you too much. It's $49.99 in dollars, and since she's American, right, I figured we'll just stick with US pricing for the remainder of this video. What's interesting about this set is that it's a crossover between the Editions and the Botanicals line. It has both logos on the box, and I'm not sure LEGO has ever done that before. If you know differently, tell me down below, I'd like to know. Overall, I have to say I'm not a big fan of this for multiple reasons. I find the bouquet in and of itself too sparsely populated, and this centerpiece flower, right, the one with all the electric guitars as pedals, I'm sorry, that just looks like a prototype to me. This is the kind of thing I'd mock up as a placeholder because I haven't gotten all the pieces ready, right, when I'm designing a blueprint of a set before I start tinkering with it in studio. They mention a purple rose, hellebore and verbena in the marketing text, as well as an African daisy, which I'm guessing is what this is supposed to be. Personally, the $50 price tag suggests to me that a color change for these black clips should have been in the budget, but I ain't no florist, you'll be the judge of that. The butterflies and the bee, I think they're a nice addition, and they try to stick the landing when it comes to Olivia Rodrigo's branding, even though I would have liked to see these pieces being put towards, you know, more bouquet, again, sparsely populated. But we should probably move on, because in the immortal words of famed Illinois poet Danny Gonzalez, it's all downhill from here. And we'll start our journey to the bottom with Olivia Rodrigo's vinyl. Coming in at 360 pieces and 1 minifig. It retails at a surprisingly fair $34.99 for a record you can either prop up on your desk or wall mount if you so choose to. And before we go into the nitty-gritty of things, let me just say this one thing. LEGO. Market people, research people, LEGO people. Listen. Preteens, they don't have nostalgia for vinyl records. They're made from PVC, which is naturally clear. You can have any color your heart desires. What makes you think Olivia Rodrigo fans want a big black disc hanging on their walls? And on the topic of preteens, what makes you think they can apply these stickers properly? I would struggle with those. You didn't even manage to get them centered in your own render. This is the cheapest set in the lineup, so people will buy these as gifts, and it will lead to tears. I guarantee it. If you are shopping for a Olivia Rodrigo fan in your life, please keep in mind that every set that includes her minifig will be riddled with stickers. Stickers that are impossible to apply perfectly for anyone without experience. And speaking of minifigs, let's look at the main event and where most of your money went into. Do I see a new wig? Yes. Do I see an exclusive head? Oh yeah. Is that an exclusive torso? Of course. Dual molded legs? Check. Hip printing? Check. Leg printing? Check. Leg side printing? What are you saying? This is LEGO. We don't cheap out on our minifigs. Yeah. In Editions, in Star Wars, you can buy a set for $1,000. And you don't even come close to this level of detail. And this set is 35 bucks. What is going on? Are you kidding me? Did you accidentally trip on the LEGO campus and fall into a hole filled with warehouse space? Now, don't get me wrong, I love this for Olivia Rodrigo fans, right? But I bought the Creel house for $200 earlier this year, and 1 of the 13 minifigs came with leg printing, and 1 came with dual molded legs. $200 in a set that already came with 2 massive sticker sheets. LEGO, What is wrong with you? I do like her signature, right? The printed tile 2x4, it's pretty good. I don't know, let's move on. Let's move on to the other Olivia Rodrigo set, which features a big black spinning disc. This is Olivia Rodrigo's Concert Moon. Comes in at 670 pieces and retails for $49.99. I mean, do you just make the prices up for the editions line? There's like no rhyme and reason to any of this. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that this is comparably affordable, but what is the metric here? I don't get it. Please explain it to me. The lone record had more than 300 fewer pieces. And for just $15 more, you get an entire record player on top of that with a spinning crescent moon. What? Of course, this decoration in the center is another sticker. It will be hard to get that right, and the same goes for this logo on the side. These stars, also stickers, but I mean, you can basically place those wherever. They don't have to align with anything, right? So let's look at the minifig and get this over with. The same hair as before, new face print, new torso, and of course, hip printing, leg printing, foot printing, leg side printing, and dual molded legs to boot. Get it? To boot? Because she's wearing boots. Again, what an absolute home run of a minifig. This is incredible. Why can't we get this level of detail elsewhere? Parents, if you don't want to spend more than $50 on a Lego set that has Olivia Rodrigo in it, this is the one. It even comes with storage for pictures or concert tickets or whatever teenagers like to hide, right? Just do me a favor. Don't check these drawers in a couple of years. You will not like what you find then. And on the topic of hiding something, let's move on to the next set. Now, before we talk about what this is actually supposed to be and why nothing about it makes any sense to me, I want to draw your attention to this. Shall we call it the minifig habitat? Look at her facial expression. Look at that in conjunction with the flames. Am I the only one who thinks she has just been declared a witch in the Middle Ages? And yeah, I get it, this is supposed to be a nod to the music video for Good For You, but still. And according to the marketing text, this is supposed to be TV. Which teenager is gonna make that connection? This looks like a toaster oven with a clear window. The entire set is a convoluted mess of stuff that is completely out of scale with each other. Who needs a brick-built diary? These stickers on the megaphone and the record are once again god-awful to apply. And would you look at that? A purple vinyl. So you know Lego. Also, someone please tell me what's so secret about the secret storage in a literal concert touring case. Isn't storage what they're all about? Of course you'd assume this opens up. This is Olivia Rodrigo's very obvious hiding place. Anyway, 1,085 pieces, $17.99, which again, that's okay in my book. But let's go ahead, look at the minifig, that's what we're all here for, right? And of course, new face, new torso, once more, all the bells and whistles for the legs, only that this time, you know what, let's spare no expense. Throw in dual molded arms as well. Do you know how many Lego Star Wars minifigs have dual molded arms? In a theme that has been going for, what, almost 30 years? What do you think? How many? 50? 25? One! And it came out this year. Is this real life? Do I live in a parallel universe? Do you know what just leaked as I was writing this section of the script? There's another F1 CMF series coming next year. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. On that note, actually, I think you can help me out here. Make my mere existence a little more bearable. This script is entirely AI free, right? There's no scammy sponsor peddling overpriced garbage on this video. There are no affiliate links in the description. I'm not here to sell you anything. If you enjoy this type of content, please return the favor by liking this video and subbing to the channel. Thank you. Now, let's look at the most expensive Olivia Rodrigo set that's coming. And it's the Extortionist's Letter Writing Starter Kit, also known as Olivia Rodrigo's Dual Guitar. The set comes in at 1,228 pieces. It is the only set that features two Olivia Rodrigo minifigs, and it retails for $119.99, which isn't cheap, but in my mind, it's by far the coolest looking set. I like it conceptually how it brings two musical genres together with stitching an acoustic guitar on the one hand, right, with butterfly elements, to an electric one with more of a punk aesthetic. The colors kind of work for me, even though I'm not the biggest fan of purple. But with both Olivia's branding in mind and the target audience, I think that's okay. But again, I cannot be the only one who looks at this font and doesn't think a kidnapper wrote this who's holding Olivia for ransom. I understand that bands like, I don't know, the Sex Pistols, they use this as well, but come on. No matter how edgy your teen thinks they are, Olivia Rodrigo is still a mainstream pop artist. Am I just too old and have I become media illiterate? This is a ransom note font. About all stickers, by the way. And if you don't believe it, I'm not making this up. This is what shows up when you Google it. What happened in the last couple years that this suddenly reads edgy teenager? Look, I've had this theory for a while now, pretty much since the pandemic. Have like 90% of us just completely lost it and cannot string two thoughts together anymore. Is that why so many moronic YouTubers are so successful? Because audiences have turned their brains off anyway and can't tell they're simply being read a ChatGPT script. If I did it this way, I could churn out a video every day saying absolutely nothing as well. It's not a problem. I could just go out and order the entire wave of the Bricklink Designer program and then I'll just show you the boxes. And together we'll pretend that you'll confuse my credit card with actual knowledge of the subject matter. I am so mad right now. If you have any input on this, please put it down below and we'll now move on. I'm sure Olivia's fans will like it that you can pop out this backstage area / makeup room, even though it's littered with more stickers again. There are 2 more stage areas for the 2 minifigs and more stickers on the other side of the guitar, even though I think this signature right here, it's printed as well, I think. Same goes for the electric guitar piece, which gets an Olivia Rodrigo branded facelift. Isn't that fantastic? Which brings us directly to the minifigs. Let's just start with this red one while we are here. Same new hair we've seen before, a brand new face and torso, and I don't think I need to go into much detail on the legs. Again, going all out. If you're not very familiar with LEGO printing on minifig parts, this entire wave is absolutely nuts. They're going all out on these. LEGO literally cannot do better in this department. This is absolutely the highest quality they can make without adding extra pieces, which of course they did for the other minifig in this set by adding a skirt element. I have never seen a minifig wearing a skirt with so much leg printing detail outside of the CMF series, right? This is just not a thing that happens. They don't do this for normal sets. The torso is also obviously new and unique. The hair we've seen before, and the face I think has 2 expressions, with the other side being the one we can see on the red outfit. Overall, if I had to pick one of these sets to display, I'd go with this one. I think it's easily the coolest, which is beside the point I'm trying to make here. What I'm really seeking is an answer to this question. Why do all of these sets, apart from the flower bouquet for obvious reasons, have minifigs in them in the first place? Wasn't the excuse for only producing Wednesday in mini doll form that this is what the target audience wants? Is that not the same target audience? Are these Olivia Rodrigo sets for middle-aged men? Did I have a stroke? So many questions, so little time, so over to you. What do you think about all of this? What do you think about the editions line in general? And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to also consider supporting the channel like these 3 do. Thank you so much to channel member Luke Highwalker 8900 and my 2 patrons Fridge and MPE25. All the links are down in the description. Don't forget, you can pick up the instructions for my Athena Books pop-up store if you become a Patreon or a channel member. I'll see you very soon, and never forget, du bist gut genug. Welcome to my ant card. This is just a hangout. Yeah, I'm a crank that shit. Bro, that's so damn loud. It's nothing but a little intermission. Enjoy the soothing bars of utter indecision. Buddy people, you can trust me. It's an ant card. I know all those fire jokes and get you saying hard. It's an ant card. This shit ain't some voodoo, bro. I know you want to stay, but it's time for you to go.